Greetings, fellow game changers. This is Game Changer Alpha checking in again with you. I wanted to point out Board Game Geek here. I'm doing plugs and shout outs or something else. I did a shout out to Video Game Geek. But this is the sister site. It's the larger of the two. It's probably the one that's more known. And I figure I'm not going to do a shout out. Because it's just a scale. They're bigger than me, particularly everything else. So I'm kind of doing a plug here, but I want to do a specific targeted plug. I've mentioned this site before several times. I believe I've done other videos here. But my specific target this time, because my channel here also gets into video games here, channel about video games, is I'm speaking to you, if you just play video games, to consider looking into the board game side of things. And this is what I have here as Board Game Geek, as a starting point to do that. With game changing, we have changing actual games. There's also changing the games that you play. There's also changing perceptions, changing a lot of things here. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to ask you to change a little bit of perspective on here. What we have here is with the board game stuff, that this board game stuff is not what you normally think of. This is not your Monopoly. This is not your other thing else. Monopoly played with broken rules, so you end up having zombies going around the board. Because, you know what, I'll give you this property and I stay in the game, etc. Not risk forever and a day with the Seinfeld episode where two guys are playing on a train and Ukraine is weak, classic thing. There is a world of games out there that are not what you think. And a place to start here, if you're looking for something different that you want to do things, is BoardGameGeek.com. That's why if you're into video games, you have not checked the site out yet, but please go check the site out here. You're looking, let's look at the video game side for a minute here. Also the reason why I have the capability of the channel to go board games, video game stuff, because I look at both. You look at the world of the AAA video game side here. Studios closing and everything else. The content getting boring here. You look at things like that there. And it's getting boring. You want to look at something else here. So this is the reason why I'm saying, I take a look at Board Game Geek and it's not what you think here. Again, with this channel, we talk about game changing. We talk about different perspective, everything else. And with this site here, go check it out. We'll have a link below. Just stuff that's classic designs here. They also have video games that are actually board game stuff. Civilization, Plants vs. Zombies. There's other things you wouldn't be surprised in there. Anyhow, you'll see that, and you can do a search feature on top. There's a place to look. You see up here. Let me see if I could show this to you. You go up here. You can put in whatever you're looking for here. Yeah, you can do Doom, the board game, etc. and everything else. You have those. There is a lot of things to look at here. So you can take classic designs. That's what they do. Revamp them, repackage them. Some ways you want good artwork, you can have it. There are actually games, and I'm not even talking about the role-playing stuff here, the tabletop games. But like even the board game stuff there, like Over and Under, or Above and Below, Above and Below. You have that there, which has an adventure element. You have a wide range of things here. And new genres popping up stuff here. There's a bunch of cool things here. Again, this is a bit tricky to navigate. So one thing, if you want a challenge, just dig in and try to find something. Other aspects to it, too, that you're going to get out of video game stuff here. I'm not a big fan of playing online. I might sometime if I connect with some guys here. I personally like to get people to connect. And the tabletop games, the board game stuff, requires you to meet people. Yes, you can play certain games here. You can play them offline, and you can play online against whatever. But yeah, I have the stuff here, and yes, I use Tabletop Simulator. But there's things here to have, so it gives you a chance to meet social, have to meet other players. You have it. There is a wide range of games here based upon themes. There's if you like Harvest Moon, you have Agricola, for example. Really good game. You have that there. You try to think of other games here. SimCity, there are city building games there. There's also arcade and dexterity stuff. You have Push Cars, which is like a racing car game. Matter of fact, speaking of racing cars, you like that, they got Formula D, which is rolling dice. There's a lot of stuff here. The place to start is go to BoardGameGeek.com. Broaden your perspectives, broaden your horizons. If there's one thing want you to get out of this channel is to change perception, change the game, change what you play. Check the site out here. So anyhow, that's my pitch to you. If you're in the video game side of things or you're finding this channel, go to BoardGameGeek.com. This is my shout out to the guys. Hey, you guys keep up the good work, everything else. Just want you to go that way. And that's about it. So I'm out. All I can say is check the site out. If you're a fan there, feel free to post some comments below, say howdy, and we'll do it here. I don't go onto the RPG Geek side. So if you're into role-playing games, tabletop role-playing stuff here, the RPG Geek side is another place to go, but I don't go there. It's the video game side and the board game stuff. So, okay, I'm out of here. And this is my plug for tonight. So I do want to thank you for listening here. So go check the site out. And I'm done for the evening. So I do want to thank you for checking this out. May your die always roll 5. And remember, don't hate the player, change the game. Okay, good night all. I appreciate you listening. Go check the site out. Ciao.